realize that you're shooting me, right?
Ow!
Sorry over there.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another competitive Left 4 Dead 2 cast. I am Battle, and I'm joined by my side by Drac.
Hello!
Marvellous. Well, you join us today for the opening match of the CGFB Cup. This is the second cup. Our teams tonight... Oh, fuck, hold on. My stream is running in the background for some stupid-ass reason.
I had the same issue.
Let's not mess this up by shooting each other, okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that one.
Ah, I found it. It's running on the Left 4 Dead side as well. But nonetheless, welcome once again. Teams tonight are Team Crosshairs versus Team Rusty Molesters. For Team Crosshairs, we have Wizzy, Hasselhoff, Abyss, and Nightmare. Drac, do you want to take down Team Rusty Molesters?
Molesters have Razor, Vector, Bright, and I do believe Matt is their fourth, yeah.
According to the site, Matt is their fourth. Match today will be played on Swamp Fever, that's 1 to 3. The config is Equilibrium 1.1. And this should be a pretty interesting match. I think these two teams are probably two of the better teams in the initial Group A. So I think we're in for a good round tonight.
Yeah, both teams have pretty decent players. Should be interesting.
Definitely. Well, while we wait for the teams to get in the server and ready up, if you do have any shoutouts to send, you can send them to myself or Drac, if needs be. I will be checking the stream chat periodically when we have pauses and just long ready up between rounds, so if you do have anything to say, you're more than welcome to repeat them in the shout box as well. So, our cameraman today is SL, who is on the SD stream. We also have myself and Drac casting. Bam is also policing the server for us, making use of his admin abusive powers.
Watch where you're shooting.
Nonetheless, I mean, it should be a pretty good match tonight. I mean, a lot of the Crosshairs have been around in the RBS group for quite some time. We do have the fourth in for Rusty Molesters. We can't speak here.
I just realized that as well.
I'll just message Hasselhoff now and tell him
I just did. There we go, they finally realized that we can't talk.
There we go.
Did you message half or?
Yep.
Cool. Bam is completely oblivious to what's going on.
There you go, Half has now read his PM. So, we do have the game going live. Opening SI attack is a Spitter, Jockey, Charger and Hunter. Not a bad 3-1 setup at all for this opening hit, which we may see come instantly from where the SI is set up. All 4 spawns currently set up behind the survivors or on top of the safe room carriage. The attack is already spawned up, it's coming in. Charger gets a nice double charge. Spit goes down on, looking for that tri-cap. It's a double cap going on, Jockey getting a lot of damage. Hunter gets a repounce in Spit as well. A lot of damage going out on that first hit.
That double charge was just really good.
That double charge topped it off nicely. It's a shame the Hunter couldn't intercept as well, but that Jockey got a phenomenal amount of damage as he rode around. So pretty good start for Crosshairs on Special Infected. Rusty Molesters on Survivors. They're rolling through the map now. The second hit for the SI is coming up. 2 of 4 spawns, 3 of 4, 4 of 4 spawns. It is yet again another tri-cap. Boomer, Charger, Smoker and a Jockey, and they are spawned up. Well, the Smoker has. Pole looking to go out, but it misses. Boom gets a boom in on one, but he gets popped. Jockey and Charger looking for a land. Jockey gets a land. Smoker looking for the intercept, but he's not going to get it, and the Charger has been shut down. Smoker is finally clear. So not that much damage going off on that attack. A couple of ticks from the boom.
Unfortunately, the Charger ran right in front of the tongue, so he broke it several times.
That's a bit of a shame. It looks like the charger was going to go in for fists there as opposed to the charge, and he did get shut down. But they do have another attack up, and they do have yet again another charger.
Oh,
Here it comes.
death charge? Oh no.
Death charge. Oh, he just misses the death charge. A Hunter does land though, a Spit goes down. Jockey lands as well.
Oh, Jockey's getting decent damage.
A lot of damage going out from Jockey's. Matt being reduced to about 15 HP. But the rest of his teammates, Razor, Vector and Bright holding still pretty good solid. It is getting chipped quite significantly by commons at the moment. It looks like they're going to be taking the event inside this little house beside the river. The boat has almost arrived, but there is still about 2 waves of common to come in. Next SI attack is up. It is a 3-1 setup. Hunter, Smoker, Boomer and Charger. Great work on the spawn rotations by Crosshairs. Hunter is coming in and Hunter does get a pounce. Boomer gets a double boom. Charge looking for that charge. He gets his
charge lands.
And a slap. He does get cleared. Smoker's just going to go in and kill himself though. But that is Razor reduced to slow. Matt did commit a set of pills as well. Survivor's going to try and push for this boat now while the SI are down. There is still a bunch of commons trickling in. But it looks like they will make it to the raft uncontested.
Spawns will be up, I think.
Oh, the spawns are up. I don't think they'll get a charger though. They do have a 2-2 setup. Yeah, it's a Jockey, Hunter, Spitter and Boomer. It looks like they might want to sack this before the survivors get on the boat. Not a great hit to be hitting on the other side. Boomer has spawned up and gets a booming on one. There's a Jockey coming in as well. Spit goes down. Hunter looking for an interception pounce, but he doesn't get it. Jockey has been cleared. Hunter finally does get the pound. He gets cleared.
So close in the death spit.
Very close, but still great chip going in on Matt and Razor. They've been reduced to slow. They do have 3 sets of pills remaining on the survivors. There will be an additional 4 sets of pills floating around the map. Equilibrium is 4 sets of pills at safe room, and then 4 miscellaneous spawns littered around the map. Of course, there was no hunting rifle. It's been replaced by the scout. Spawn timers are 16 seconds as opposed to the 18 seconds which is commonly seen in fresh. Tank obviously has no slowdown, nor do the SI. But the next SI hit is up. It is another tri-cap with a boom. Jockey, Boomer, Hunter and Smoker, so no death charge here. So when you take away this attack, Drac.
Okay, waiting for them to move. Jockey spawns, Hunter. Boomer, they unfortunately go for the same target. 2 boom. Hunter still gets quite damage on Jockey again. Oh, nice ledge hang there.
Yeah, great amount of damage going out once again with the attacks. And for the viewers watching, if you are unaware of who Drac is actually a member of a team called Be Right Back, which is participating in this CGFB Cup. I believe you guys are in Group B or C?
To be honest, I don't know.
Okay, well there you have it. This is why we need the team leader, not the erroneous sub. Next SI attack is up, however. Yet again, another tri-cap. Probably about the 5th consecutive tri-cap for Team Crosshairs. They do have a Smoker, Charger, Hunter and a Spitter. The Hunter is pre-spawned. Everything is in. Hunter getting skeeted though by Vector. Smoke gets a pull in the back. Charger gets a charge in front, but he gets leveled by Rochelle. Smoker gets a repull on a separated neck. The tongue does get shot from a distance.
No pills left at the moment.
No pills, and there is a tank. A tank is up in the hands of Nightmare. SL takes this over to an infected Warrum.
Oh wow. There's the sniper as well.
À gauche. Stay on the walkways. Reloading.
Ouais, oula.
On reste là, faut le faire tourner sur les planches.
Non. Je sais pas là, je suis pas là. Fais gaffe.
Boomer,
Recule un
Back.
Reloading. Il arrive. He's
He's
coming.
going in.
And pulled. Putain de merde.
Allez.
Oh, it's a wipe.
He's dead, don't worry.
T'as 400 mec. Oh là.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for the bit of miscommunication there between myself and SL. We did go to a survivor room, so we will do that for the next round. Impressive start though for Team Crosshairs, who do wipe Team Molesters about 85% through the map with the tank. Some great opening ship going out as the tank pushed in. The SI support was a little bit lackluster, but the tank did phenomenal work, managing to get 4 downs and resulting in a wipe. So we see 376 distance points going in by Team Molesters, who are now playing their round on Special Infected. We do have Team Crosshairs on Survivor.
Really impressive tank.
Indeed, and the opening attack as well is set up to go in instantly. Let's see if Molesters can match the opening hit that went out, and there is the opening hit, here it comes. A little bit separated, Charger comes in, he gets mowed down, Jockey gets a land. Hunter looking for a pounce. Hunter does get the pounce in spit, but that's cleared extremely quickly. So not
Charger
that much
came
damage.
from so far away.
Yeah, we do see 15 points of damage, 17 points of damage going out on that first attack. So not quite what Crosshairs managed, but still, I mean, chip is chip at this point, with this whole event coming as well. Survivor's going to be forced to bleed if they take too much damage. But a pretty solid start. It just seemed that the SI attack came in a little bit fractured. They sort of sent in the Jockey first, and everyone else was kind of like, do we go now? There is a Hunter spawned up, and he is jumping around looking for that distraction. Boomer's going to reposition himself behind the survivors. They do have another Charger and a Smoker. Here comes a Charger from in front. Charger gets destroyed. Boomer spawns up in front, gets a booming on one and gets popped. Hunter looking for a damage pounce. Does miss his damage pounce and gets a pounce on Rochelle, but he gets cleared. Smoke gets a pull in the back. 2 ticks of damage going out on that, then the Smoker is shut down and cleared. But that boom is going to slow the survivors down a bit, so they're going to have to move extremely quickly if they want to start that button completely uncontested. Because the SI will have another Charger after, because it did die first. Yep,
Let's see if they get the death charge.
Yep, next SI attack is up. They do have a Spitter, Jockey, Charger and a Hunter, so this could be really bad for the survivors if they linger here too long. Still a lot of common trailing. Attack is spawned up. Jockey gets a ride, but he gets cleared. Hunter gets a pound. Charger gets leveled. Hunter gets cleared. That's a really solid take of that attack, which could have resulted in a death charge for Team Molesters. Vent has been triggered and the survivors back away, taking it to the same place as the previous team in the little house aside of the rivers. Not much damage going in. I mean, Nightmare's taking the brunt of the chip at the moment, but he's still not slow enough to commit a set of pills.
Yeah, they're in pretty good shape at the moment.
They need to preserve as much solid HP as they can, because there didn't seem to be that many set of pills going around. Boomer does rocket in, but he gets popped without getting anything. There is still a tri-cap waiting to go in, Hunter, Jockey and a Smoker. Looks like they're going to save for the Spitter spawn, which could be good in this area.
Yeah, definitely. Once they're bunched up there, you can just do massive damage. Although they don't have a Charger, I'm not sure.
They won't get the Charger, but they'll definitely get the Spitter. They do get that Spitter. But one more attack to take before the Horde actually does stop, so they're going to have to go in quick. Here it goes. Smoker's tongue missing. Jockey getting M2'd once, twice, 3 times, but does get a rejock on this. Hunter does land as well in spit. Still not that much damage going out. It is even chip across all 4 survivors, but nothing significant enough to make them bleed or commit a set of pills prior to the raft. The raft has now banked. There's still a couple of commons coming in, but the SI spawns are pretty fractured thanks to that Smoker death. And it is going to be a 2-2 for the SI. The Spitter is coming in for a sack. Boomer coming in for a sack, and he gets popped as well. Jockey has spawned up, but he's miles away from the survivor. Let's take a little bit of chip, but he's going to get out of there and despawn.
Hopefully they get a Charger, and maybe we can see a charge off.
Yeah, they're definitely going to get another Spitter, because that did die first.
I know, it's a Smoker.
They have a Jockey, Hunter, Smoker and a Spitter. Not a really good setup for this, unfortunately. Booms work exceptionally well on Swamp Fever because the hole just comes from everywhere, from all these trees, and they're really difficult to deal with because of the horrible little naked swampmen.
Yeah, those are terrible.
Survivors baiting this attack though, they're not sure what the SI have in store for them, but attack is spawned up and it is coming in now. Mocha looking for a pull in the back, he gets one on Michelle. Hunter coming in, and the Jockey. Jockey gets M2 to shut down. Hunter gets a little bit of a pouncing spit. Decent amount of chip going in there on Wizzy, who is currently playing Ellis. He's going to be forced to commit a set of pills, but the survivors should be able to trigger that tank before the SI have their full hit up. Looks like they are going to take the long way around though. To be really careful here because the SI attack is back up and Wizzy has not committed his pills yet, so he is a little bit slow.
They have a set in the building.
Ooh, they spawn the tank and a boom goes out on one. Tank is up in the hands of Matt, so let's take this over to a survivor war room.
Maybe let's get there. Let's get the sniper.
Hey, don't get off the walkway, okay? Reloading.
Let's pill start with.
Get it, get it. I'll get him. Alright, let's go back.
Reloading. Heads up. Reloading.
What's up with rocks? You never know.
Reloading. Reloading. I'm reloading. Hey, I'm reloading.
Just coming in.
Coming in.
Kill it, man. Kill it.
Oh, bald. So,
Charged in front. Tango coming. I'm down.
come on, shoot him.
He's dead.
He's dead.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. That was the opening tank of the match for Team Rusty Molesters. Tank pushed in as soon as it passed into the second pass of the tank. SI support was pretty good, Charger getting a charge off. Nothing else really landing for the SI, but the tank did what he could with what he had. Did get a full down and did spread his damage extremely well on Nightmare and Abyss, so Hasselhoff holding the rest of the solid HP. Not much map left for the survivors to take, probably about 2 more hits depending on how this one goes. It is up and it is a pretty big hit, tri-cap with spit. But really well handled by both sides there. Attack is coming in, however, Charger spawns behind, but he's getting heavily chipped. Jockey has been shut down, Charger gets destroyed. The smoke goes out in the back, which does pull Coach out of the spit.
Chargers are just getting focus fired, but oof, they just can't get in at all.
They did find another set of pills. All 4 survivors are at full mobility here as well. They are slowed down, of course, by the water. The final SI attack is coming up.
I think they can make it in.
Boomer gets popped. They are going to make safe room off this. They are in the safe room. Door has been closed. They make it with a 320 health bonus, giving them a total score of 820 points. So not bad at all. Very nice spread, a good 400 and, I don't know, let's say 440 odd points, 444 points.
Yeah, about that.
Separating the 2 teams. You're the mass wizard here, you do this shit.
Hey. I'm hungover as shit, man. I can't do anything.
Well, we do see the tanks with identical damage.
Indeed.
But unfortunately, because of the amount of HP that Crosshairs had going into that tank fight, they were able to survive it a bit more gracefully.
Hey, I'm reloading.
There we go. SL says it's 444. The point difference.
Reloading.
Still taking credit for it. Well, going into map 2, Crosshairs with a 444 point advantage, who now will play survivors. Special Infected will be played by Rusty Molesters. Opening attack is a good one. It's another tri-cap with a boom in this area as well. So Smoker, Charger, Boomer and a Hunter. Pretty mobile setup, good separation possibilities with the Charger and Smoker. But landing that boom is going to be crucial to the set. We do have a 62% tank spawn, which is going to be at the other side of the event. I was taking the time baiting in all these cornmen outside.
There's quite a few on the right side, their right side.
It's such a horrible area to catch a boom as well.
Yeah, and the mod people are just terrible.
Well, they do bait the spawns out. Everything has currently pre-spawned now, apart from the boomer. All the cappers are up, Charger, Smoker, and the Hunter. Be really careful here. Survivor's still baiting this attack and get some pre-chip on that Charger.
They can focus fire the Charger easily.
Definitely. They do push out to the right-hand side of the safe room. Charger comes in, he gets shut down. Boom gets a double. Smoker gets a pull. Hunter's getting juggled back and forth between the two Boom survivors though. Shell does finally get cleared, so a little bit of damage going in from that Smoker. And the Boom is ticking up as well, so not a bad opening attack. It probably would have gone a lot better for the SI had their spawns not got baited out.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Oh, 2-2. At least there's something to spit on.
I'm surprised the SI didn't try and get rid of that Boomer a lot sooner. It was a really bad area to get caught in.
Okay, now what the hell are these things?
Very cautious play by the survivors. Oh, Boomer gets popped immediately.
Yep, Hunter is spawned up, so is the Spitter. Spitter gets shut down. Hunter's still jumping around. Charger coming in from in front, he gets nothing. Hunter gets M2'd twice and then shut down.
Once again, it seemed like they weren't sure what they were doing as the infected. Spitter got picked even before she could spit.
Had to be scary to be on this flight.
Okay, well, we do see the survivors pushing up towards the playing area. The SI hit is up, which means they will probably trigger this event and rush back to the more open area to take the SI attacks. No point pushing this with the tank moments from spawning. Attack is spawned up, however, and it is coming in. Boom gets a boom in on one.
Oh, 2 stumbles there.
Charger gets a stumble, and the jockey gets a nice separation jock in the back as well. That is the jockey cleared. Still some good chip going in here, and it is going to slow down the survivors as they push back because of that boom.
How many hordes is the event?
The event is, depending on how far back they run it, it's still technically 3 waves of horde. They trickle in a lot slower when you're this far back. So it's always a good tactic to take it this far back, but you also have to be aware of how to block the spawns in this area as well. The survivors do not have a scout currently either. They have 4 SMGs, so separation could go well. But the attack is coming in. Boomer getting a booming on one, Hunter getting his pound. Spit goes down on that, and there is that Charger getting fists as well. A lot of fists in. Thankfully for the survivors, 2 of them fists were God-framed.
Indeed. How many punches did they get in total? I couldn't count them.
I think
it was
only
3
one,
or something.
He got 3 in, but they were as the survivors stood up, so I think 2 of them did get God-framed, so only 1 of them does count.
Yeah, but his health isn't that low either, so... So you do have a tri-cap now.
Yep, most of it went in from the spit and the initial pounce. The attack is spawned up. Here comes a Hunter. He's pre-spawned behind one of the trees and making his way in. Here comes a Smoker and Jockey as well. Smoker gets a pull. Hunter gets a pull.
Oh, tri-cap, no!
Almost a tri-cap. Boom waddles in for a nice double boom as well. Free boom, we like to call that. That is going to slow down the survivors even more. They're taking quite a decent amount of chip actually from these seemingly mediocre SI attacks. They're coming in one at a time, just doing little bits of chips to each survivor, so it's going to slow them down and make it more difficult to take this tank out.
To be honest, I've not seen survivors take it at that specific position before. Usually it's a tad.
Well, the next attack is up, and it is spawned up. Smoker looking for that pull. He gets his pull in the back. It's about 2 ticks of damage and then gets cleared. Boomer goes in, gets a quad boom. Charger gets a tri-charge, but then gets leveled. Fortunately, no one getting caught in the spit there. But great initiative from that Charger, waiting for the boom to go off.
That's 2 survivors pretty close to having to commit pills.
Yep, Abyss is now slow. And Wizzy and Nightmare and even Hasselhoff are dangerously hovering near that magic 40 number. That will be the end of the event. The SI hit is up, however, and it's a really nice setup for this. Are they going in now? They are going in now. Smoke looking for a pull in front, but he gets cleared instantly. Jockey gets shut down in the back. Charger gets a double charge, but it's far out of the spit. But,
Nice charge there.
Great chip over the health bonus. They did find near enough all the extra sets of pills. All 4 survivors committing 4 sets of pills. 4 sets of pills picked up. So there are no additional health items for the remainder of this map.
Which means the infected can play a long tank here.
They can. The infected can bleed pretty heavily. They do have the next setup though. It is a Spitter, Jockey, Smoker, and a Hunter. It is spawned up and it is coming in now. Hunter coming in from underneath the plane. He gets N2 twice and shut down. Jockey gets a nice ride on top. A lot of damage going in from that jerk.
Half has no permanent health remaining.
Yep, he is reduced to slow as well, but the tank is moments away from triggering, so this is going to be a particularly long bleed tank for the SI. And there is the tank. Tank is up in the hands of Razor, SL. Let's go to the correct war room this time. French war room, go!
Shotgun's in here. Should take like 2 or 3.
French
Full
check.
attack? Ok.
Oui, attaquer. D'accord.
Crosshairs need to stop carrying.
Smoker to the left.
D'accord, tellement que c'est bugué, bah je voyais même pas mon vomi. Caillou.
Watch out, watch out.
Found it, rock.
Let's push the tank.
Pushing, je conseille réaliste.
I'm a little bit
Wow,
slow.
fucking common.
Go back, man.
Down.
Attack
I
safe.
just took my post to fuck. Bounce.
Cover the
Need to
Hunter
clear me.
till he's dead. At least.
Nice one, bitches. Fais-le pas avancer, fais-le pas. Don't make him in front. By the way, nice one, guys. Look at. When I got the tank, we win. Lol.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. That was the second tank of the game for Team Rusty Molesters. Managed to secure the wipe this time with some great special infected support from that Jockey and Hunter. But that keeps them right back in the game. They are still at a bit of a deficit from the opening map, but with such a late tank, Crosshairs really need to capitalise here on that long-winded event. Round is live. Opening attack for the SI is a Tri-Cap, Charger, Smoker, Boomer, and a Hunter. Let's see if bait straight strategy works. Attack is coming in. Double boom goes off on that. Charger misses his charge intercept at the safe room door. Smoker gets a pull out on a green survivor. Hunter has been cleared. Not that much damage going in, but still good consistent chip over 2, maybe 3 survivors now, which will tick up bit by bit thanks to that horde. But what it's done crucially is it has slowed the survivors down, so the next SI attack will be up as they push through this horrible little choke area. Do have a spitter. If they can get a boomer here, they do get that boomer as well, so if they can get that boom off quickly, that will be devastating for the survivors. Boomer searching frantically for a spawn. But here comes the attack. Charger and Smoker spawn up behind the survivor. Boomer spawns up in front. Boomer gets a boom in on one. Spit goes down. Charger running through the bushes looking for a charge. He stumbles into the tree though. He does get a fist in, 2 fists in before he gets cleared.
Yeah,
Good
he just
chip
got
again.
sandwiched there.
And of course, I shall take this time to say a good, again, thank you, shout out to BAM and AI, aka Sir, who are currently adminning the server for us while the game goes live, making sure no one comes in and spectates. But we do have the next SI attack up. It is unfortunately another 2-2 setup. but it's actually a very good setup to hit with just as the survivors trigger the event button.
Magnum here.
Never mind, they are choosing to come in earlier than planned. Here comes a Hunter and a Charger from in front, but from behind. Charger does get a charge and gets cleared instantly. Hunter gets a 2 damage pounce, which is Godframe, but the spit goes down on that. Boomer waddles in behind and gets another boom in on Rochelle, who is the scout user. Rochelle catching seemingly all the booms, but she's handling herself well. She does have a melee.
You need to hurry up.
Do, otherwise this SI attack will be up to cut them off on the run back. Event has been triggered, the survivors have started their return trip towards the tree area. SI attack is up, Spitter, Smoker, Charger, and the final spawn up in 1 sec is a Hunter, so it is another tri-cap. And here comes the attack. Smoker gets a pull in the back on Coach, hasn't been cleared yet, Charger missing his charge, going down on that. But unfortunately the survivors are out of there too quickly for the Spit to do any real work. Smoker has saved himself as well. I was really lucky actually. I mean, the survivors held up in that area as the horde was prowling in from behind. They'd kept them there a little bit longer with that pre-spawn. That could have been really bad for the survivors, but unfortunately Charger didn't land, and the Smoker was cleared relatively quickly as well.
The tri-cap.
Yep, next SI attack is up. It's a tri-cap again, but the Smoker is quite a ways out. Now they need to send in this boom with the horde coming in. Charger comes in from behind, misses his charge, but it has distracted the survivors' attention. Boomer spawns up, gets a boom in on one. Jockey has been shut down, and the Smoker does take a quick, brisk scout shot to the face, which results in a single shot kill for him.
Pretty well taken.
The survivors still have great HP as well. There is still another wave and a half really of commons to come in, so they'll probably be taking another 2 attacks from the SI in this area. Next spawn is up. It is a 2-2 setup. A Hunter, Spitter, Jockey, and a Boomer. So not a great setup, but let's see what they can do with it. Hunter has pre-spawned and he's looking for a damage pounce in them trees. He does get skeeted.
Looks like the others are still waiting.
It looks like a sack on that Hunter. Maybe, and then mind, a Jockey is coming in and a Smoker behind that. Sorry, that was a Spitter, not a Smoke. Jockey getting shut down, Spitter not getting anything, Boomer getting popped. So a pretty solid take by the survivor, just taking a little bit of common chip and a little bit of friendly fire damage. But they are in phenomenal shape to take this tank. Tank does spawn very late, so they might as well chug all the sets of pills in front of them before they push forward. The next SI attack is up, Smoker, Charger, Hunter, and the final spawn coming in is a Spitter. Strike out with Spit with that charge and the pounce as well. Here comes the attack. Smoker gets a pull in the back, Charger looking for that intercept charge, but he misses it. Smoker has been cleared, Charger gets a fist, Spit goes down. Coach taking a little bit of a swim in that. Again, pretty well handled by the survivors. They will now start pushing forward as this event is over. Picking up all these extra sets of pills and pushing forward to trigger tank.
They're in great shape to totally annihilate the tank.
They are in very great shape. They have about 2 more attacks to take prior to being able to trigger the tank. But with no Spitter and no Charger for this this plane area, this could be bad for the SI unless they make something magical with this 2-2.
Reloading.
2-2 is a 3-1. What am I doing? I'm drunk. A Smoker, Hunter, Boomer, and a Jockey. Jockey has pre-spawned on top of the train, but he's getting the plane. But he got chipped quite a bit as he jumped up there. Smoker has pre-spawned. He gets picked. Hunter is jumping around as well. Boomer spawns up. He gets nothing. Survivor's doing a great job here of preserving their health bonus and taking out these SI attacks. The SI seem to be pre-spawning a bit too soon before the survivors fully commit to a choke point. As a result, they're getting chipped. There goes
Nice
Hunter getting
feed there.
Just the Jockey up now. He gets shut down as well.
Their spawns are so staggered, they need to watch what they're doing.
They do have a charge Spit, but they're about to go into a really bad area where, frankly, I mean, myself personally, I would prefer a Boomer for this tank spawn. Tank has been triggered though. Tank is up in the hands of Abyss, so let's take this over to a Crosshairs War Room. Infected War.
Back. Further back.
Further back, man. Nice.
Nice rock. Yeah, Matt's bad.
You wanna cover that or no?
Hold on, let's wait for the last one. Just keep it up, you're doing a good job. Hitting LS everything. Alright, let's go in without him.
Alright.
Ready?
Yeah, ready. Let's go.
Go good. Let's charge. And go. Nice pull.
Reloading.
God.
Check this shit out. Reloading. Reloading.
Nice LS. Watch out for the chip though.
Reloading. Reloading.
Try to go in again. Probably not gonna want that boom, but just go.
Reloading.
Nice job.
Right, it's low. They're all around 40 health.
Oh, we all got pills.
We're gonna go in on the second pass. Just try not to take as much chip.
What's up, man?
Reloading. Look at this. Reloading.
Ready? Can go without him one more time. Oh, it's passing.
It's double pass.
I didn't charge. Charge is tough.
Yeah, it's... I'm trying to check the boom.
Reloading. Reloading.
Yeah, go for the sack.
Reloading.
Good job.
Reloading.
Yeah, nice one.
Reloading. Reloading. Reloading.
You're gonna need to go in soon.
Shoot them
Yeah.
again.
Reloading.
We just bring the beast in now. Ah, wait for me.
Tricep.
Yeah, bring the beast in.
Getting in. Go out of chip though, you'll have to help me early. Ready? Let's go.
Hop in. Hit this one, yeah.
It's a ripe.
It should be
Nice,
alright,
man.
yeah. Just cover. Can't believe I landed a fucking charge.
Good job.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what a tank by Team Crosshairs, managing a tri-cap. Excellent SI support. The tank got chipped quite significant as he was trying to throw rocks and bleed the survivors out. But the survivors scattered on the tank pushing way too much, and as a result got caught in a really well-timed tri-cap. Jockey, Smoker and Charger all landing their caps. Tank did have someone cornered as well, so it was a free in-cap for him. Did a great job as well as protecting that Charger with his body as the pounds went in to secure the in-cap.
I think the Smoker and Jockey went for the same target at first. I was like, a bit worried that, you know, they're gonna shut the tank down then, but fortunately Smoker got like an instant pull, so all worked out well.
And the great thing is about that tri-cap as well is they took great advantage of the separation classes that they had, obviously with the Smoker, Charger and the Jockey. The Jockey ran one survivor one way, the Charger charged another way, and it was just left for the Smoker to play pig in the middle basically and grab that last survivor. So
Yeah, that charge was just really nice. It was a long charge as well.
Yeah, the survivors didn't know which way to look. It was like, okay, well, do we clear the Charger first, or do we clear the Jockey? You know, the Jockey personally would be my preference to clear, but the Scout was incapacitated by that Charger. So we do go into the third and final map of Swamp Fever. The current scores standing at 681 to Team Rusty Molesters and 1,142 to Team Crosshairs, who now take their round on the final map on Survivor, and Rusty Molesters on Special Infected. Opening attack for the SI is a 2-2 setup, Boomer, Smoker, Hunter and a Spitter.
Oh, late tank.
Boomer waddles in, they'll get to proxy on one Survivor. Looks like it might be a sack, hopefully for that Charger.
Yeah, they had a pretty crappy 2-2. Survivors are taking it cautiously as well, not rushing out, even though they know that they are spawned down.
Well, this map isn't particularly difficult for the SI to get some big damage on. I mean, the event is pretty pants as well, so never mind the attack is spawned up and it is coming in. Hunter and Jockey from behind, Smoker from in front. Hunter getting M2'd, but he doesn't get killed. Spit does miss, unfortunately. So the attack is taken down. Just the Smoker left up, and he's going to try and save himself. 4 points of damage going out. Survivors pushing their way out into the open swamp area.
I hate this area. It's just so difficult to go in with anything, especially if you have like a charger. You're gonna get mowed down.
One thing which has upset me thus far is we have not seen a witch.
Indeed.
Okay, now what the hell are these things?
Next SI attack is up, however, Charger, Smoker, Boomer, and a Hunter, which is already pre-spawned. Hunter is pre-spawned behind the survivors. If they can land this Boom in this area, this could be really great tri-cap potential. Boom does get popped though, unfortunately, as soon as he spawns up. Hunter jumping in from a long distance, he's got chipped to hell and he has been shut down. Smoker looking for a pull, he gets his pull but gets cleared near enough instantly and shut down. Just that Charger up.
Not much damage output, only 7. And it's already, the survivors are already near the event area.
Yeah, that tank is moments away from triggering her as well. So they might want to save this hit for the run back. It is going to be a 2-2 though, so I'm not sure how the SI are going to deal with this.
Reloading.
Hunter has pre-spawned.
Looks like Boomer is trying to find spawn. Yeah.
Oh, Boomer gets popped. Hunter jumping in, he gets skeeted. Charger coming in from behind, Spitter has pre-spawned as well. Charger does charge, and the spit goes down on that. So we do see a good amount of damage going in on Nightmare, who's currently playing Ellis. But not that much, that is going to give the survivors tank trigger.
Oh no, don't tell me it's one of those event tanks.
It is an event tank, so they are going to have to back it up. Survivors backing up out of this event area. But the SI attack is up. Hunter, Boomer, Smoker, and a Jockey now. Boomer does pre-spawn in front of the survivors, but gets popped nicely by Nightmare. Hunter coming in from behind as well, looking for a damage pound. Misses his damage pounds, but a smoke goes off on Nick. Hunter's still jumping around for an intercept. He gets the intercept just a little bit too late. Jockey coming in from in front, gets a scratch, but then gets M2'd and shut down. A Smoker is still up as well, looking for another pull on Coach, who's currently stuck at the back there. Survivors though still in great shape. Still a really good amount of, and the amount of smoke has gone off on a survivor, but he does get M2 cleared. Smoke is down to 81 HP, so it looks like he might want to sack that relatively soon, because he's not going to get anything if he walks in from that far away. SI do have another 2-2 setup though, thanks to that Boomer, Spitter, Charger, and that very heavily chipped Smoker in the back. I was retreating to a very comfortable place though to take this event. Commons just trickle in nicely.
They have no one bleeding, they can easily take this the whole day there.
Yeah, their health bonus preservation is really good from Crosshairs. It seems, and the minor Boomer is spawned up, but he does get popped again. Smoker is waddling in as well. Here comes a Charger from behind the survivor. Haven't noticed him yet, but he does miss his charge. Bit goes down therefore on nothing. Does get a scratch.
Molesters need to watch out when what they're sending first. Obviously they're sending Boomers first, and then it's not working. They should try switching it up.
It seems, I mean, unfortunately for Rusty Molester, sorry, they had a pretty shaky first round. They recovered excellently for the second map. But then for the third map, again, it seems that they resorted back to how they were in the first map. Not really handling their SI that well at all. They're not paying attention to their spawn rotations. As you said, they're sending in Boomers first. And it's just not working for them. And it's very late in the match, really. Boomer does spawn up, and he does finally get a boom in on one. Comes a Hunter for a damage pound. He gets a 12 damage pounds, but then gets cleared instantly. Smoker gets a pull, gets cleared instantly as well. Jockey gets M2'd and shut down. Nightmare has been reduced to slow now, though. But there is an extra set of pills for him to pick up. Still, again,
looks like it's about to end.
Yeah, last batch of commons trickling in, so it will give the SI one more hit in this area. See, with the setup they have now, that Charger and Spitter, I'd hold this. Wait for the survivors to clear out these last few commons and hit them in the room ahead. Never mind, the attack is coming in. Boomer gets a double boom this time. Survivors are just going to stay here again, though. They only have one person bleeding, but they do still have 4 sets of pills and are in great shape to take a tank. They'll have to be very careful where they take the tank in this area, though, because that water slowdown is everywhere here. Choosing to go at it with 4 SMGs as well. Charger has spawned up in front. The Charger gets his charge. Split goes down on that. Oh, there's a smoke going on in the back as well, and a Hunter looking for an intercept. He gets the intercept.
Ellis was just standing still while his teammate was smoked right next to him.
Indeed. That spit charge doing quite a bit of damage though on Abyss, and a bit more on Nightmare. That smoke going in for a good amount of damage as well. After a couple of commons trailing the survivors, but they are into the event area now to try and trigger this tank. Next SI attack is up. Another 2-2. Once again, not paying attention to them spawn rotations. Costing them big as well, because they're only now starting to get damage in, and the survivors are moments away from... There is tank. Tank is up in the hands of Bright, but the survivors are backing up. There is an attack coming in, so we'll keep it here for now. Boomer gets popped. Charger gets a charge. Spit goes down on that. Oh, and the jockey goes down on that. That is going to be an in-cap in Spit. It is an in-cap. Let's take it over to an infected Warren, Marcel.
Tu rock, et quand il lève, tu vas dedans. Ah non, laisse tomber. Tu prends cher. Hein. Putain.
Still have enough HP. We can all take them down.
Ah, c'est pas mal déjà, il y a un 2.
Okay, they're going back. You have 2 controls. Don't get too greedy, mate.
Ok, let's go in.
Ready.
Vas-y, va dedans, hein, dès qu'ils y sont. Ok, go. Tiens,
Okay.
don't go in, don't.
He's yours, he's yours.
Défonce sneak. Hein.
On passe le tank.
Oh la galère ce qu'il a pris. Fait un long tank là, il a pris trop sa race. Let's go, boom.
I need a spawn.
Va sur le toit à droite là. Voilà.
Tu peux te cacher, hein. Tu peux te cacher.
Non mais il prend pas là, c'est bon. Ok, dès que t'as ton pop Vector, tu lui trouves un pop en 2-2 et on y va.
Let's go.
Ok, 3, 2, 1. Ok, let's go. Come here, bitch. Nice one. Oh my god, Matt.
At the last
second,
you gotta be kidding me.
A noob charge. Ah, nice one. Bedrock.
I don't get how you can die with 3 bullets of Uzi when you're a jockey, but whatever.
C'est vrai que ça a été décalé trop vite ce truc là.
I can land some
Okay, tu
DP.
prends cher, Bright, fais gaffe. Hein. Lâche pas maintenant. Ok,
Ready for
Vector.
striker.
Ok, 3, 2, 1. Vector part devant.
Go back.
Go. Ah, sa mère, je peux pas pop. Tiens, prends level toi.
It's too late, I can't do anything.
De toute façon, c'est juste à nous de gérer en sur là. Putain, fallait laisser ça la map d'avant, je crois pas. Tricap mollo. Ok, passe. Oh, no. Okay, not so much bad. Just do another attack. Et il y a de l'ordre, les gars, on peut y aller. 3, 2, 1. Ok, let's go. Quoi? Mais putain, mytho du net, va.
You mad? You mad,
Mais
bro?
le mec, il passe par la tête, il me bâche en même temps, tu sais, je sais pas.
T'as vu un peu? La fenêtre tout à l'heure, j'essaie de passer, je passe pas.
Bizarre. C'est quoi ces rocks?
C'est des rocks de Umad, bro?
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. That was the third and final tank of the game for Team Rusty Molesters. Managing great health bonus chip though, even though the tank pushed in a bit prematurely, tried to get separation on a survivor who'd been smoked. He took about 2,500 chip doing that. He did manage to get out, and it just forced him to play a long tank, but the SI attacks that went in while the tanks were just throwing rocks from distance did a lot of damage to the health bonus, taking about 400 points of damage off the health bonus. Boom goes in front though and gets a boom in on one. Smoker looking for a pull, and a Hunter looking for a pound, so there's a spit to complement, but the Hunter gets skeeted. Smoker's still getting his tongue baited. Spitter gets shut down. Rochelle is common to hell though. The Smoker has been cleared. But the survivors have no set of pills. They have 3 people in very low HP, 1 person, Abyss, completely bleeding, and they still have this event to take.
In fact, you need to hope for a boomer.
I don't know, there's
to
a lot
slow
of
them down.
survivors. There's a lot of survivor separation going on right now. They do have that boomer. It looks like they may have a tri-cap. They do have a tri-cap, Smoker, Jockey, Hunter, and a boomer. There's not that much map left, and every point of distance they give makes it much harder for them to catch up when they take survivors. But there is an attack coming in, a boom gets a booming on one. Hunter gets a pounce, stumbles, Rochelle. Hunter gets cleared.
Smoker's just not able to land at all.
Yep, Jockey does land though.
Oh, he has to walk all the way around.
And that is Wizzy slow as well now, so all 4 survivors are slow. There are 2 at about 10 HP left. Abyss is slowly bleeding out as well. We might see an in-cap go out on him by the time they clear the event area and get to a more favourable place to take SI attacks.
Charger should punch Nick and Ellis.
Yeah, they just
to
need
get
to
those
ship.
2 down, then they might be able to pull off a wipe.
Yeah, but there is an attack coming up though. Smoker spawns up behind, but he's getting shredded. Charger gets a tri-charge in front, and the spit goes down on that. 1 in-cap survivor. Smoke's got to pull as
2
well.
down.
2 down. Smoke does get cleared. Boomer coming in for scratches and re-proxies on 2 survivors.
Abyss
third
might die.
down. Alice walking into Despot. It's just Rochelle up and she's got about 5
Abyss is
HP.
dead.
Abyss dies. And the attack is back up.
Oh, shit. Just get up, get up.
Hunter going in for a scratch. Hunter gets a scratch. That is the wipe. They do get
Very
wiped
nice.
400 distance points in, giving them a total score of 1,542.
Is the custom distance here 500 or is it still 700?
500.
Hmm. You
Mainly
need to play
because...
this really well and not eat damage at all.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't be too hard. I mean, they showed that they can do pretty well on map 2, so...
Well, unfortunately, they can only take 100. If they suffer 1 in cap, it becomes mathematically impossible for them to win.
I'm sorry. I gotta shoot you.
Because there's only 1,500 points up for grabs, and they are 1,400 points down. They lose 100 off their permanent health bonus, they're screwed. They can't win it. But we do see the final round of the match going live. Crosshairs versus Rusty Molesters. Opening SI attack is a 2-2 setup. Smoker, Boomer, Hunter, and Spitter. Everything is just getting sacked, unfortunately. Boomer does get a boom in on 1 though, but all the cappers are down. The Spit has spat on nothing. We're looking for a reproxy. He doesn't get it.
Pretty solid shutdown.
We just see about 6 points of damage. May tick up a little bit more because of that boom. Nothing really significant, so the survivors down. They're pushing through this area relatively quickly at the moment, making it into the open swamp. And the SI attack is coming up again. Hunter, Spitter, Jockey, and I assume the last spawn, possibly a Smoker or even a Charger, is a Smoker. So we do see another tri-cap with Spit. Not a great setup though. Smoke looking for that spawn behind the survivors. Here comes the Jockey from in front, and the Hunter, and the Spitter. Smoker looking for a long pull in the back, and he gets it on Hunter gets a pounce in front. Good double cap going on there for a nice amount of damage.
Yeah, I think that's the best setup you can have for this open area. All the cappers were mobile and they managed to do quite some damage.
Very mobile setup. I mean, bunny hopping in with the Jockey, being able to pounce in very quickly from distance with Hunters, and of course long ass poles with Smokers. I mean, problem is the Charger was great for separation. I don't mind, there is a Boomer spawned up in front. He does get a boom in on 1 survivor. They do have a Spitter and a Charger, so they might go in on this. They are going in on this.
Charger misses.
It's a lot of fists, and Rochelle is stuck in Spit. Does manage to get out of it though, but a good amount of damage going in. It's consistent chip over all 4 survivors and on that health bonus. And because they're getting these attacks in nice and quickly, it is giving them ample opportunities to either hit the survivors now 1 more time, or they can wait for them to start running back, wait for that horde to come in a bit, and then hit them.
They should probably attack 1 more time here. Boomer looks like he's looking for a spawn, but no.
We've got a very good setup for it. It's a tri-cap with the boom, Charger, Hunter, and the Smoker. Good separation possibilities going out from 2 survivors.
Yeah, they're waiting now.
We have to lower this bridge. Once it's down, let's go.
They're
And the tank
There we
is
go.
coming in. Charger coming in from quite a distance out, not getting anything. Hunter does land though. The commons have surrounded the survivors, and the charger is still up. Double boom going out in front. Charger getting a couple of fists.
I believe that
does
was a
reprox
Godframe
it.
fist.
It was a Godframe fist, but good chip going in on Razor, Matt, and Bright. Vector still holding a phenomenal amount of solid HP though.
They're still pretty good.
Yeah,
They
they
can-
do still have about 4 attacks, maybe 5 attacks to take prior to this tank spawn, and then of course they've got to deal with that tank. Which unfortunately has not been one of Rusty Molesters' strong points. They've managed to wipe out the previous 2 tanks. Granted, thanks to excellent SI support on map 2. But still,
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
support was phenomenal.
tanks seem to be having a very undesirable effect for the surviving team. But we do have an attack spawned up and it is coming in. Smoker, Hunter, Jockey and a Boomer. Hunter getting skeeted. Boomer gets a booming on one and the Jockey steals that. Smoker still unable to get his pull. Boomer does get popped, just the Smoker up, and he gets picked as well.
Reloading.
Should be a 2-2 setup for the next attack, I imagine. All those Kappas dying, well, 2 Kappas dying prior to the boom pop. Of course, the Smoker dying last.
Well, they have a charger. If it is 2-2, they have something to spit on.
Indeed. There's the spitter. Oh, it's a Jockey.
Tri-Cap.
Not bad at all. Oh, Hunter going in getting skeeted though. Here comes a Jockey. He's getting mowed down by SMG fire before he gets anything. Charger coming in from behind. Orby Charger. He gets
lands.
his charge and the spit goes down in that. Thankfully though, Rochelle clear of commons, but she does take quite a bit of damage from that spit. And now we wait for the next SI attack to come up.
It's still possible for them to win, but they really need to look out for any further damage. Oh, 2-2 now. Oh, and he lands the boom.
Let's get the boom. There is another Hunter coming in for his 3rd attempt at a damage pack. Smoker gets a pop. Hunter misses his DP. And he's just jumping at a tree now in sheer rage. He does get a pounce though, and it is on someone who's just stuck in the very corner of Spit. So a lot of chip going in on Bright as well. Razor's committed a set of pills. Bright is now slow. I think their health bonus is too low for them to make a victory here.
It's currently at 496, so possibly they can do it. They need to take the tank. They need to make the tank a no-hitter, basically.
Yeah, they need to destroy this tank without getting anything on them. They currently trail by 538 points. Attack is going in though. Charger misses his charge. Smoker pull going out for a long time though.
That was a
And Spit
long
going
pull, so far away.
It was. That destroyed the last of Razor's permanent HP and taken Bright down even lower than he was before. Event is over though. So I was going to try and rush forward to spawn this tank and then get back to that area to take it. But the SI attack is moments from coming up. 3 of the spawns are up. The 4th spawn, that Smoker of course dying very late, it's still 10 seconds out. But they do have a
Definitely
decent
have
setup.
an attack for the run back.
Yeah, and a Boomer is, in this area, a Boomer is vital. If you can land that boom as the survivors run back.
Oh, they're going in now.
There is a Hunter coming in. Boomer gets a boom in on one survivor. Spit goes down, Pounce goes down in Spit. Shell caught right on the very edge of the Spit there.
Unlucky there.
There's going to have to be another set of pills committed. No one has gone down yet, that's one of the most important things. But there's a lot of chip going in on Nick in the back, who's commoned. A Jockey going for a despawn. Smoker, Boomer, Jockey. And the final spawn coming in for the survivors prior to, for the SI, sorry, prior to tank spawn is a Charger, so it's a tri-cap with a boom.
This can be deadly, man.
This could be. There is the tank. There is an attack coming in though. Do see a Charger coming in from behind. Charger gets his charge, just take this over to an infected war room.
Nice charge.
Thanks. $372.
Hull bonus 404, not found. It's going without the tank.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That
Go
try
ahead.
cap.
What? What the fuck? Stop.
Should I go in?
Fucking right.
Should I go in?
No. Ones are down.
You got time to play them out.
Yep. We won. They can't make it anymore.
Reloading here.
I don't care, I wanna crush them.
Yeah, let's rape them. I'm gonna try to land the boom. Yeah, I guess it's kinda bad. How the fuck did that not hit? Not passing it? Wow. Me again. Playing all my tanks.
I want to respawn. Finally.
Yeah.
Going back.
I'm reloading.
Might wanna take it in.
Good, go for the boom. Big chip, wow.
Yeah, it's like he's not seeing. Probably just spawning and die.
Getting LOS everywhere there. Fuck those, Boomer.
You can take it in if you want.
Gotta
Guess you
take
should.
it in.
Yeah.
Oh, help though. Me early.
We need to open soon.
Yeah, let's go, let's go. Wow. Wow. Fucking laggy. Like
What?
hell. What?
Oh,
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. That was the final tank of the game for Team Crosshairs. Some great juking going on right at the end there by Vector. Managing to jump about 4 or 5 of Wizzy's punches.
yeah, that was amazing.
But still, the game is near enough over. The survivors do not have the health bonus to make a victory against Crosshairs at the moment. They do have another survivor, another SI attack coming up. The survivors are so low in HP, 2 of them heavily bleeding out, 1 of them stuck on 5 HP. Here comes the attack. Roger gets a charge. Smoker gets a
Oh,
pull.
gets cleared. Charge doesn't even land. But they're so low now that next attack should end in a wipe.
It looks like they might be wiping it near enough the same place that the Crosshairs wiped. Quick
Slowly
recap of
creeping
that.
through.
A quick recap of that tank though. I personally think the tank, he had the right frame of mind. He was trying to bleed the survivors out, which he did a great job of doing. I just think he went a little bit too far forward. Gave the survivors way too much chip on himself before he was able to commit, and as a result he committed with a lot less HP than he would have liked. There is an attack coming in, however, though. Rochelle heavily sepped at the back. Roger gets an in-cap, Spit gets an in-cap. Jockey is still up. Rochelle is at the back with 1 HP and she's a scratch from going down. Ellis does go down to death spit. Rochelle's going for the pickup. No other SI up.
Charger should have gone for fists.
Yeah, Charlotte just should have gone for a couple of fists in that area.
Can't believe Razor is still up. He's been on 1 health for so long.
We do have 3 survivors up now. But the SI attack is up and it is another tri-cap. You just send it in now though before this pickup. Here it comes. All 4 survivors are up, however. A bunch of commons coming in. Hunter jumping around. Smoker getting picked. We're getting a double. Hunter getting a cap. Here comes the Charger as well. Charger once again going for a charge. Misses everything. It's heavily chipped and coming back in for scratches. He's getting chased down by Ellis and Rochelle.
Oh no. And the Razor is still up.
Survivors hanging on for dear life. They're so close to the safe room as well. They are going to fall short. About 400 or so points.
Reloading.
Impressive survival skills, but a little too late.
Yep. Here comes an attack in the back. Jockey has spawned up, but he's getting mowed down. Doesn't even get a scratch before he gets shut down. Bit of spits in front. Pole misses. Boomer gets popped. Pole does go out, and it does finally incap the 1 HP Razor. But that was his first down. Oh, that was his second down, so he's going to get up as black and white now. So with 2 survivors black and white, Matt is currently sitting at 9 HP black and white.
Should be able to do it. As in make the safe room.
Possibly. Depends on what the SI have. They do have a pretty mobile setup thus far, Jockey and the Hunter. Should get a charger actually for the final spawn.
Bit low. Oh, misses completely.
Oh, they do get an incap from the Hunter though. They come to try cap. There goes a kill. There goes a cap. Hunter and Jockey up. Just Rochelle up. He does kill the Jockey.
At least he's gonna have a spawn soon.
Yeah, but they are only going to be able to get 1 survivor up.
Oh, and it's a boomer, another capper to end.
Dude. Shell is going to run into the safe room.
I'm about to die.
Does pick up the scout and pick up some ammo. There's a spitter pre-spawn. A charger and a boomer looking for a spawn as well, and of course that Hunter. Hunter does get a spawn underneath the survivor, so does the boomer. Boomer missing his boom, unfortunately. Hunter does get a pounce and a stump. Charger's coming in from a mile away. He gets mowed down. There goes this final spit.
Oh, and it actually goes there this time.
And Rochelle falls off, but I don't think the SI are going to have anything to hit on.
Abyss might have, maybe he gets a smoker or something, but... Yeah, it's a smoker.
Do see GG's going out from both teams. Oh, he misses his pull and gets shut down.
Everyone in here.
GG indeed.
That is the game. We do see Team Crosshairs beating Team Rusty Molesters by 1,542 points to 1,185. Very good game by both teams. Very close game. I am being sent a phone call which I'm not answering. Goodbye, I'm talking. So, that was the opening match of the CGFB Cup, the Community Ground for Beginners. It was Swamp Fever 1-3. Our 2 teams were Rusty Molesters and Team Crosshairs. So Team Crosshairs currently take the top of their group, which is Group A. Stay tuned to Jeff's Steam group for shoutouts for when future matches will be casted. Special thanks to Drac for co-casting with me and for SL being a cameraman. Thanks for both teams for being really helpful in giving us their war rooms so we could set them up during tank fights and whatnot. So yeah, stay tuned. Thank you once again for tuning in, and good games and good night.